All right, that's a nice official start to today's class. So, when you've allowed yourself to lay flat on your mat, settling into the beginning stages of your practice today, settling into allowing your body to give itself permission to soften and relax with intention, to allow your breath to become a focal point in your thoughts. Today's practice will focus a lot more on silence, on stillness, and falling into a state of meditation with becoming mindful of how the two respond to each other, how you respond to this contrast of slowing down completely without falling into a state of slumber. So allow your eyes to fall deep into your skull in this moment so that you can establish softness within your eyes. Scan your body by beginning in through the muscles of your face, your shoulders, your chest and belly, your upper back and lower back, your hips, thighs, your ankles and your feet. Notice your arms, the palms of your hands. There's no doubt that there are sensations to be felt as you've given yourself this moment to scan your body. Now come into your thoughts, noticing what's coming up in your mind. If you're able to remain focused on your physical self, if you've noticed your mind wandering to certain places, learning to become the observer of these thoughts is part of this journey of yoga. It is something that doesn't always happen naturally. Let's begin to focus our attention on deepening our breath. Let's take our inhales and exhales to counts of 5 today. As we remain here, we'll do 3 full sets. So let's complete your next exhale. We'll begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. And once you've completed your exhale, just give your fingers a bit of a wiggle, your toes a bit of a wiggle. And let's bend our knees. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Take the hands to the tops of the shins. Just give your lower back a bit of movement by rocking gently from side to side. From here, we're going to come into a figure four stretch. So let's lower the soles of the feet onto your mat, just to establish hip width with our feet. Let's begin to take the right knee in towards your chest. Keep it nice and locked in place. Take an external rotation with your right hip. Let's flex the right foot and place the outer leg onto the top of the left thigh. So your figure four is established here. And we'll take our hands to interlace behind the left thigh. Keep the left foot relaxed as you begin to establish pulling your legs just a bit closer and towards you. So let's think about our body here and where we're feeling our stretch in the outer right hip. So with this being the first bit of movement that we're making in our practice today, notice any tightness that you feel. Try to keep the right foot flexed. And let's come back into those counts of 5 with our breathing. So we'll do 2 rounds of this, completing your next exhale. And we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. And once you've completed your exhale, let's slowly release the left foot back onto your mat. Let's cross the right leg right over the left leg. Just take your hands into a T position here and allow your knees to fall to the left. Encourage here, twisting your torso, rounding your right shoulder towards your right, maybe even turning your head. We're only here for a moment, so take a nice deep breath in. And with your exhale, let's bring everything back in through center. Just uncrossing your right leg from the left. Let's heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. Let's just reset our lower back just by simply windshield wipering your knees from side to side. As you continue to make this movement, maybe notice any differences in your right hip compared to your left. And let's slowly bring our feet back into hip width. Let's take the left knee now and pull it into your chest. So keep the knee nice and locked. Externally rotate the left hip. Just notice yourself there before placing the leg on top of the right thigh, finding that nice figure 4 with the left side. Taking your time here to establish bringing the hands behind the right thigh. Relax the right leg as you pull yourself closer towards your chest. You want to keep your left foot flexed here and observe where you're feeling your stretch in the outer left hip now. Perhaps it feels a bit more tight. then the opposite side. But let's establish softening the muscles in your face here. And begin to deepen our breath to those counts of 5. So complete your next exhale. You will inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. Once you've completed your exhale, take the right foot onto your mat. Cross the left leg over the right. Hands into your T as you allow your knees to fall all the way to the right. Encourage this twist in your torso to the left. So you ground through your left shoulder, maybe even turning the head. Take a nice deep inhale here. And as you begin to complete your exhale, bring everything back in through center. Uncross the left leg. Maybe heel toe the feet as wide as the mat once again. Just to find this nice movement with your knees from side to side. Notice your hips. Notice how they're responding. From here, once your knees come back in through center, let's take your right arm up overhead, roll to the right side of your body, and let's push ourselves up into a cross-legged seated position. From your cross-legged seated position, establish a bit of length in your spine, and let's inhale to take wide spread arms. As you exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Let's just establish our breath here. Nice slow inhale, take wide spread arms. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Last round with an inhale as you find wide spread arms. Let's keep them shoulder width apart here. As you exhale, take a hinge forward. Release your hands onto your mat. Let the head fall heavy into your chest. Let's reset with a halfway lift, just to establish ourselves, pushing into the hands, reaching your tailbone towards the mat behind you. Establishing softness within your eyes and within the muscles in your face. And once you've settled into this halfway lift, fall into your forward fold, primarily letting the head become heavy into your chest. So you might feel that you can play around in this forward fold with the legs crossed by walking the hands maybe further away from you, or perhaps you bring them back a little bit closer towards you. Encourage exploring the posture until you can find a place to settle. Let the place be where your head is heavy in towards your chest. And you're comfortable enough to remain here in stillness. To use your breath to guide into those areas of your body where you're feeling the stretch a bit more. Soften your being as you remain in this shape. And let's control our breath back into those counts of 5. Let's complete your next exhale. You will inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. When you are ready, we're going to slowly make our way into a tabletop. So very slowly find your halfway lift once again. So you walk your hands further away from you, finding your knees hip width as you find all fours in your tabletop. From your tabletop, make sure your hands are spread nice and wide here, and that your index finger is in line with the long edge of your mat. Before we make movement in our tabletop, let's settle into stillness here, allowing ourselves to find awareness with how we're holding our body in a familiar shape. So let's begin just by closing your eyes here, noticing the weight that's distributing in through your hands. Try to draw down across your knuckles. Try to find a gentle external rotation in your biceps. Now find the belly pulling in and watch as your tailbone tucks down slightly. Your chin here should be nice and neutral to your chest. How are your knees? Are they comfortable? Now with your body engaged in this way, let's take downward dog. So begin to tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, letting the head now drop back in towards your chest. For a moment here, just notice your breathing, the quality of your breath in your downward dog. Now think about your hands once again as you draw across down through your knuckles. Take that external rotation in your biceps. Find the belly pulling in, your tailbone tucking down. Notice sensations within your face now. The quality of your breath shifting. From here, let's take child's pose. Release your knees to the mat. Let the big toes touch behind you. And if you can, take the hands alongside your body, then find that. If your head is not resting on anything, just stack your fists, or if you have props available, to bring the floor closer towards your head, then allow that to happen. You want to rest the head on that area where the forehead and hairline meet, so that we can ensure this gentle roundness in through your back. Child's pose. Allowing the body to feel comfortable in this position. Allowing the belly to fall heavy to the tops of your thighs. And to feel gravity drawing away from your face. And to encourage this roundness and opening in your back. Gentle stretches here. Even the tops of your feet. The longer we allow ourselves to remain here, the more the body will begin to open itself up. Maybe even you begin to feel just a bit of discomfort. So let's notice these changes. Take note of yourself currently as you remain here. And we'll come back into those 2 rounds of counts of 5. So let's complete your next exhale. We'll inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale. As you allow your breath to fall into a comfortable state, any changes in yourself? Are you comfortable? Are you not? You take your moment of stillness and silence here to observe. When you are ready, let's find our neutral tabletop once again. Take your time setting yourself up here. And let's find it just a couple cat-cows. So I encourage you as you move in through your cat-cow to take it nice and slow. Close your eyes and to visualize this movement all along your spine. Let that be your only focus point here. Fall into this rhythm. Once you finish your next cat with a round back, let's take neutral tabletop here. Once again, notice your body. Notice where you naturally arrive in your neutral tabletop. And come back into those cues of evenly drawing down through your knuckles. Belly pulls in, tailbone tucks down. Chin is neutral to your chest. We're going to hold our body now in extended tabletop. So let's extend the right leg back as you flex out through your right heel. Notice yourself here. Are you keeping the belly pulled in? Try and encourage softening your gaze. And let's activate the right glutes here. Flex them and keep them engaged. Keep the right foot flexed. And let's hold it here. Finding strength in our body as we remain held in space. And let's bend now the right knee. And just draw 3 large circles with the right knee. Nice and slow. Now let's go in the opposite direction with these large circles, just 3 times. Again, no rushing here. Once you've completed, to lower the right knee back onto your mat. You need to take a moment to just shake out your wrists. Sometimes we put a little bit too much tension on them. To relieve that tension, keep your focus on drawing down through your knuckles. With our neutral tabletop, again, find that motion of moving in and out of your cat-cow. face nice and soft. And once you finish your cat with a round back, neutral tabletop here. Let's extend the left leg back now. Be aware of these shifts within your body and let your focus come back to pulling in the navel. It's going to protect your back, so think of that. Keep your gaze focused on one point as you soften the muscles in your cheeks and jaw, holding the lifted left leg. As you now flex the left glute, flex the left foot, hold yourself there. Feel strong to be here in stillness, knowing that you have the strength needed. Now let's bend the left knee and find those large circles 3 times. Notice your body. Notice how you're moving. And let's find this rotation in the opposite direction now 3 times. Once you've completed your last round, lower the left knee onto your mat. And let's take child's pose. If you are not comfortable with the hands alongside the body, just keep the arms out in front of you, but let the palms face the ceiling. If you don't have that support of the hands to the head, just let the head be now heavy into the chest. Just settle into your face here. Settle into softening those muscles completely. How nice does that feel? To let go. To be reminded to let go. Notice your breathing now. This rhythm that has been established with your breath. When you are ready, let's make our way back in through tabletop and let's swing the legs out in front of you and come to lay flat on your back once again. This time, let's keep your knees bent and just allow them to fall out towards midline. Let the palms face the ceiling here as the arms remain alongside your body. Let's notice ourselves as we remain on our mats, laying flat with the knees bent into each other. Notice your breath. Notice this overall sense of your energy shifting. All of this change, with you giving yourself this permission to be slow, to be mindful. How is your breath? How are the thoughts in your head? Let's not overlook all of these things. Now take a moment here on your own to lengthen your breath, seeing if you can go past that count of 5. Seeing if you can establish this with your inhale and with your exhale. Smooth out your forehead. Let it be relaxed. And Now that you've established this deepness with your breath, let's take the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall wide. Butterfly here. Let's settle into stillness, to finding heaviness back into your body, to allowing change to occur. How do you respond to silence? Do you trust your body and mind to stay focused on your practice today? This journey that you take yourself on of exploring yourself. Your breath here, does it become a bit short? Encourage yourself for the next moment to deepen and lengthen your breath on your own, perhaps moving past that count of 5 again. Notice the time it takes to establish this. When you are ready, let's bring the hands to the outer thighs, to bring the knees back in towards each other. Let them fall back in towards midline. Just taking a moment of rest here. Let's bring one hand to the belly and the other hand to the chest, so that we can consciously be aware of our breath once again, as we feel the movement of our chest and belly as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Honor this rhythm. Find gratitude into the life-giving force that connects us all. When you are ready, let's bring our knees in through hip width. Let's take the right knee into the chest. Just hold it there for a moment. You're comfortable here to slowly straighten the left leg onto your mat, then find that. Continue to pull the right knee nice and close and towards you. If you're comfortable here, to take hold of the big toe with the index and middle finger, then explore that as you straighten the right leg. If exploring this and you find it's not where you're comfortable, then just release the hands to interlace behind the right thigh. But try to keep the right foot flexed. We'll hold it here. Noticing our leg responding to this, the tightness that you might feel, the need for release. But as you encourage yourself to remain here, now if we're grabbing hold of the big toe, let us all release to the thigh, to interlace the hands to the thigh, so that we can focus on wiggling out your toes now. Take your gaze towards your toes. Notice the movement in your toes. Now just allow the foot to soften. And let's create rotations now in your right ankle. So try not to rush this. Be nice and slow. Give love to your right ankle and all the support that it provides to you. Let's go in the opposite direction now with these rotations. Keep your gaze nice and soft. Now just relax the right foot. Just hold yourself here. We'll bend the right knee back and towards your chest. Let's take the right hand to the inner right knee. And just find an external rotation in your right hip. Just hold it there for a moment as you take a nice deep inhale. Complete your exhale. And let's bring the right knee in through center. Take the left hand to the outer right knee. Just drawing it through midline towards the left until you feel that nice stretch in the outer right hip. And hold it there. Take a nice deep inhale. And complete your exhale. Take your time. We'll bring the right knee in through center. Just lower the sole of the foot onto your mat. Bend the left knee to meet the right. And let the knees fall back in towards midline just for a moment. With the hands onto the belly and chest. Again, let's find gratitude in our breathing as we feel the flow of our breath coming in and out of your body. You might notice the difference between one side of your body compared to the other. And if not, take the time to observe. And from here, let's bring the left knee in towards your chest. Pull it nice and close. And explore finding comfort in straightening your right leg onto your mat. Continue to pull the left knee nice and close and towards you. If you find the right leg being straight onto your mat isn't where you'd like to be, you can always bend the right knee. But from here, let's explore taking the index and middle finger to the ball of the big toe of the left foot. You slowly straighten your left leg. Explore this first before retreating into a place of comfort. Keeping the foot flexed. Again, if you're not into this, then take the hands to the thigh, but keep the left foot flexed. We want this to be as active as we can, to wake up those muscles within your legs just a bit more. You can remain holding on to the ball of your big toe, then find that. Softening your face and your gaze. Feeling the sensation of just simply holding it here. Now let's all take our hands to the outer left thigh, just interlacing them here. Take your gaze into the left toes as you begin to wiggle the toes as best you can. How is your range of motion here? Might be a little bit different on this side compared to the other. Now just relax the left foot. Just establish yourself here. And now let's create these nice and slow, deliberate rotations in the left ankle. Softness within your eyes here. Now let's go in the opposite direction. How nice it feels to give love to this area of your body. Now let's just relax the left foot. Just give yourself a moment here. Feel the sensation in your ankle. And let's bend the left knee in towards your chest. Take the left hand to the inner left knee as you externally rotate your left hip. Hold it there. And take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And with your next inhale, your left knee comes in through center. You take your right hand to the outer left knee, cross it through midline towards the right until you find that sweet spot. And once you're there, take a nice deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, the left knee comes in through center. Lower the sole of the foot onto your mat. Bend the right knee if it's not already to meet the left. Just give yourself a moment with the knees in through midline and the hands to the belly and chest. Give awareness to your breathing and feeling the effects of your body moving subtly with your breath. We're going to make our way here into a seated wide leg forward fold. So let's take the right arm up overhead, roll to the right side of your body, push ourselves up to a seated position with the legs nice and wide. So give yourself time establishing yourself here, allowing the spine to be nice and long, the feet to be flexed, the shoulders to roll back, and with your next exhale, just take a hinge forward. Let the head be heavy here in towards your chest. Let's keep our feet nice and active by drawing out through the ball of your big toe, drawing down through your heels, and most importantly, allowing your head to be nice and relaxed. Nice and soft. Notice your rhythm of your breath. Just allow it to be natural, relaxed, as you remain in this shape. Have you kept your feet and legs active? If you have, then now you can soften them. And if you haven't, maybe stay there or find those active movements just for a few breaths. Notice any sensations that you are feeling. And I don't doubt that you are feeling something. Perhaps you can hear your belly. Perhaps you can feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Or this comfortable roundness into your back. Let's create unison in our breath now. Back into those counts of 5 as you remain here. Complete your next exhale. Full inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. slowly begin to release ourselves from this posture just by taking your time to rise up. Dip your shoulders or roll back, and let's just twist to the left leg. Take an inhale, lift up through your heart. Take your exhale just to hinge forward slightly with the hands on either side of the left leg. Just going to create a bit of movement here before we fall into stillness in this position. So let's begin just to take the right arm and windmill it up and over so that you are twisting your chest towards your ceiling and bringing the right bicep towards the right ear, straightening out through the right fingertips. And as you exhale, lower the right hand back down to your mat. You might need to pull out of the forward fold slightly to allow the head to be heavy once again, to allow the legs to soften and relax, to settle back into your breathing. How are you responding to silence? Notice that for the next moment. We'll slowly release ourselves from this posture. Let's take the right arm once again. Let's windmill it up and over. Find that twist in your torso. This time, once you've established your twist and you've reached out through your fingertips of the lifted hand, pull in your belly, and let's let the left arm meet the right above the crown. As you exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Release the hands on either side of the right thigh now. Roll your shoulders back and lift up through your heart. Walk your hands forward to take a hinge over your right leg. The head become heavy. Let's find our movement here by taking the left arm, windmill it up and over, twisting your torso, left bicep beside the left ear, reach out through your fingertips. And now simply lower the left hand back down to your mat. Maybe make your adjustments here. Maybe you pull back from your forward fold just slightly. Keep the feet flexed. Let the head become heavy. And now give yourself permission to soften your body here. To relax those muscles in your face once again. To notice, how do you respond to silence? When you are ready, let's slowly take the left arm, windmill it back up and over. Establish reaching out through your fingertips as you release yourself, bringing the right hand above the crown to meet the left. You exhale, hands down through heart center. Let's take our hands to the underneath the thighs as you bend your knees. And let's find a cross-legged seated position here. So cross-legged seated position. The posture that we want to find ourselves comfortable in. We move through our asanas that we can create space within our body to remain in stillness in this very pose. The reason for this is the simple length within your spine. This rising up of your energy from the root, through the chakras, out through the crown. Let's take our hands, let the palms face the ceiling here for a moment. The elbows tucked into your side body. Let the eyes close here. And just visualize this length in your spine. Maintain it. We'll move into some alternate nostril breathing here. Take the right hand towards the bridge of your nose. Use the thumb to close the right nostril, the forefinger to close the left. And we'll keep our breath nice and slow as we inhale through both our nostrils to begin, and exhale. We'll begin closing the right nostril, inhale through the left, close left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left, inhale left, close left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left, inhale left, close left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left. We'll inhale left, we close left to exhale right, release the right hand, back down to the right thigh with the palms facing the ceiling once again. Give yourself this moment to breathe comfortably through both your nostrils, to allow those effects to settle into your body, and to once again notice your spine, the energy you've built up along it. This next moment of your practice is a Mysore for you to create any movement that you might be craving. So that might simply be remaining in this seated position, or perhaps coming straight into your Shavasana. Let the choice be yours on how you want to move in these next moments. And I will cue you when we should all be in our final resting posture. Slowly begin to invite yourself into your Shavasana if you have not already. Once you've taken this time to invite complete stillness into your body, commit to being here, and to invite a beam of pure white light to surround you. You call back your strength. You call back your power. And to know that you are protected in this moment so that you may simply be. And you allow this new sense of yourself to come back into your being. I encourage you to invite a small smile onto your face to attract this energy of joy and happiness. Allowing yourself to just bend your knees, roll to one side, taking your time to come back to your seated position, the palms together at heart center. You bow towards your fingertips. Please allow us to invite gratitude to your practice today, to our mind, body, and spirit, to the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, to the directions of north, south, east, and west. Please allow us to close now with the Om, followed by When you are ready, inhale in deeply. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.